We are live. We are all so direct. She leads, she sells with Empowerment Coach Suzanne, who really has a massive focus on mindset, motivation, and momentum as an empowerment coach, helping women to step into their next chapter of growth, fulfillment, and success. She helps individuals identify their goals, obstacles, and creates personal plans of success through active listening, asking powerful questions, and helping people make positive changes. Welcome to the podcast, Empowerment Coach Suzanne. How are you?
Hey, Jay, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here. Good to connect and talk to some folks.
Yeah, amazing. No, thank you for um, coming on today. What types of results do you get for your people?
My results are either, and my focus is mainly women, midlife women,
Yeah.
in my coaching. And that's really the results are their through their transition or their transformation. It's really taking back their power in decision making, taking back their time. You know, women are a lot of givers, outsourcing their energy, their efforts. And so it's a time when less of those responsibilities are there. And so it's a matter of an identity shift per se. And I help them kind of walk through, you know, what do I want at this stage in my life and what is that going to look like? So the results are in part with what is really resonating with them. And I really help them tap back into their intuition, which was probably used to help children, parents, the workforce on tuning back that into themselves as far as what they want to get of life out of life in this chapter.
What a time to be alive, Suzanne, to
It is.
really serve the plethora of women that need perspective shifts, recognizing what they know already so they can hear their voice without noise or pressure. So they release the need to get it perfect. So they get it clear with the next aligned step and move with self-trust. Just want to explain that methodology that you've described.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just going to say, I want to take you with me when I am. You said it so beautifully, the part about really listening to one's voice.
Mm.
And, you know, what I have a podcast as well. And part of that, my tagline is as your midlife wing woman. I really love to come alongside women and really give them the confidence or reveal the confidence that they already have. They may have not just tapped into it as of yet. Like you said, their voice, maybe they've been using it to advocate for other people, other things, and now really knowing how to speak for themselves. So, and now I mean, I was so stuck on what you said, I totally blanked on the question you asked, but so if you can ask that again.
Yeah, I mean, let me know what helps to create shifts for women in that
Yeah.
midlife space that wanted
Yeah.
to make the pivot. Yeah.
So I take them through three things. Initially, I really focus on trusting their intuition and trusting the decisions that they make. I also find, and I'm a, you know, a prime candidate or example of the same things where I spend a lot of time waiting. I've waited for permission. I've waited for others to approve. I've waited for others to buy into what I want to do. And so I really try to help them strip away from that to say, what is it that you want to do? So it's really self-trust and
Hmm.
decision making and doing it in a timely manner. When you come into midlife, you know, you realize I do realize the value of time a lot more than I did in my 20s. And then I take them into a deeper set of work or container, which is around identity shift
Hmm.
and really letting go of, like, let's say, seeking permission from someone else and creating their own permission slips for their life. I can give
Hmm.
myself. So taking back ownership, taking back, again, a lot of the things they've been outsourcing and so good at giving to others to really give into themselves. So the identity shift is the second container I take them in. And the third one is a longer journey of just becoming the empowered woman, the woman that they visualize in this chapter versus, you know, maybe that didn't happen for me. So I'm just going to let it go. You know, it's like we're living longer. We have a lot more time to enjoy life. As you said, we're here showing up today. And I want to pass on some of that enthusiasm that you bring.
Amazing. I love your energy, Suzanne. It's very pure,
Thank
very
you.
calm energy. And I can tell You're impacting souls. This is what you're made for.
Thank you. I feel that too. Thank you.
And of course, for you to impact, you have to get visible. How are you getting visible to your tribe so you can have the global impact?
How am I being seen?
Mm,
Well, I mean, I myself am coming from my own transformation of being in the corporate space for 20 years and
mhm,
then realizing, I really love working with people, human interest. I just wanted an opportunity as an entrepreneur to connect more than the corporate environment gives you the opportunity to do. And so again, why do this could be midlife right here. I'm blanking. So I'm blanking on all the questions that you're sharing with me today.
don't worry. Just say whatever comes to your heart. No, there's no
Yeah.
formalities
So
here.
so
There's no
yeah, go ahead,
formalities.
let it loose, let your hair fall.
Let it
Yeah,
loose,
I
yeah. Don't worry. Like, get it.
get it.
Show us
So
how they do it in LA.
how we do it in LA. Well, I was going to say, so I've been through my own transformation, transition, and also realizing that there's no roadmap. There's when you come
Mm,
into midlife, and I love that I am at a time where a lot more is being spoken about than my parents' time. And I know probably because we're living longer, all those things. So I take my experience and to be seen, back to your question, I'm
mhm,
being seen on social media, but I've spent a lot of time behind this camera, behind Zoom meetings, behind that. So I'm really looking forward. I am co-hosting or hosting in LA, a women's networking group. I'm starting to get visible, starting to get out and look for speaking and event opportunities because I so much prefer to be with people than behind the camera here. So Instagram, I'm on Instagram and website and all the things. So
yeah, I think what I appreciate about you is you love to connect. There's that love to connect with no judgment, just curiosity. And I think that's one of your biggest gifts, staying curious, no judgment, and that's what's taking you to where you are right now.
yep. I would say
Sales.
sales.
Sorry, ladies
Okay.
first. Ladies
I
first,
was
always.
Well, I was just going to say yes. Connector and collaborator, communication. Those are my big.
They
That's
are.
where the level of my heart is. So
God bless you. So let's lean into she leads, she sells. And if you smile like that, surely they give you, that's $1 million smile right there. That smile right there, it's the $1 million smile, you know? They're like,
from your
take my
mouth,
money, take
from
my
your
money.
from your mouth to God's ears. Yes. Okay.
100%. So sales for me is a gift that we must give. If we don't give, we're stealing. And our time on this earth is finite and we're stealing. And we can't let that self-sabotage machine that is our mind that's been wired to keep us safe from saber-toothed tigers. Stop us from doing the Facebook Live. Stop us from making the offer for $50,000. Make that 50K offer. What does sales mean to you?
Well, I think sales, gosh, for myself personally, I know there's other personalities and people that go into sales probably a lot different and a lot faster. For me, I really had to build a foundation of exactly what I look to do with other women, of knowing who I am and the value that I bring and to share that naturally as you had recommended. It has to resonate with me as part of who I am to be able to share or sell something to another person. And especially when you're selling yourself, right? Part of it is selling yourself. So, I've done a lot of growth and foundation laying to get to here. And then so sales to me is also that clarity piece. So for me, the
Mhm,
clarity there's and as we're as a consumer, I'm bombarded by so many things. So I don't want to go out there into the world and to my community and bombard them with things that don't bring clarity to them. I want something that's really going to speak to them and it's easy for them to go, you know what, I connect with her. And I've experienced that myself and you have to weed through a lot. So I think when I can be clear, the clarity part is what I look to sell what I have to offer. And my smile, as you mentioned.
Yeah. I think sales over the time has become synonymous with slime and tactics, and but sales in itself, Jesus had to sell to
He did.
get his message out there. You know, I had to sell my son to go to the library today to take out 3 books rather than playing soccer. So we're selling all the time, right? You know, I had to sell you, hey, look, could we shift this time around a little bit? Like, look, this is sell sellings happen whether we like it or not. Either we're being sold that we can't do this because we haven't got the experience, they haven't got the money, or we are selling them, hey, look, this is the vision, let's make it happen. That type of thing, right?
Yeah. Yes. Transactional. And I mean, I guess it just aims to put some humanness around the transactions that we're doing on a daily basis. So
100%, Susan. You read this or
I have not. 10 times
you
is
haven't read
easier
it?
than 2 times. I have not. Looks
What
great.
does that quote mean to you? 10x is easier than 2x. Mean anything?
Well, I mean, it does in the sense where I'm at this year. Coaches have coaches, and I went in with a coach because I wanted to turn my time, my dollars into days versus taking, 2 years, 10 years to do what I'd like to do in 1 year. So,
Amazing. What the book means to me is, hey, look, if we have a target, radical target, because if we aim for 10x target, we might hit 2x on a
mm,
bad day and stuff. So that is what I follow with my coaching philosophy to my people. Hey, in that sales process, 10x value. Let's not hold back. No
mm,
scarcity, you know? Let's step into reciprocal energy. If we give, the money is going to be the reciprocal energy. So that's why I love that book. Go for 10x rather than
mhm.
incremental. Let me increase by 0.1 or let me increase that. Tell me,
All, all in.
all in.
That's right, all in. But that's the impression I get. I mean, I this year, um, going more all in on myself, right? The things that I want
Amazing.
versus, like you said, let me pace this out a little bit. What am I waiting for? I mean, what is
What
anyone really
are you
waiting
waiting
for?
for, sister? Speak to me. Speak to me,
What are we
sister. Yeah.
I mean, this is the time. The time is now. And I when you're younger, time is everything is a spend. It's an endless spend. And
Uh-huh.
the wisdom as well. I've learned some things along the way in my life, whether it's personal or career, and then now what do you do with that wisdom? And that's one thing I really love working with, women at this place, is that you've collected all this wisdom, all this learning experiences. What are you going to put that into? It's almost like creating their own masterpiece or their own art piece or whatever it is for them, right? So, all in.
How do you want to be remembered, Suzanne, when it's all said and done?
Well, I really love that, you don't remember what someone may have done, but how they made you feel.
Yeah.
I think I would lean towards that. I
Oh,
I mean, even in my friendships, I've been fortunate to always have really good, for the most part, good friendships with women because I really value relationships. So, with my family as well, it's like, I help people feel heard and seen for themselves, and that's probably how I would wanna be remembered.
quite interesting. Heard and seen. I've recently um just getting the finishing touches to a book that I've been writing on the whiteboard
Nice.
methodology, and I summed up sales down to 4 points. One, people feeling seen and heard. Two, personalized insights on their problem. Three, laying out the cost of inaction if they don't act, making that clear. And then number four, reducing the risk. So I think risk is reduced in 2026 by giving results in advance, giving experiences in advance, giving insights in advance, not waiting until onboarding. I think that's part of the magic.
Mm. Well, I love learning about you and what you've created and just your energy as well and your focus and, Yeah, well, and this is our first time meeting, so I love learning more about what you do offline here. But yeah, I was going to go into my podcast, my interview mode, but this is your podcast, so
Nah,
I'm not gonna.
you know, if you want to go interview mode and ask me a question to round things off, I don't mind. Yeah, ask me a question. Come on, let's tear up that
Oh,
script, Suzanne.
well, and it may not be a short question. My question at first was like, I wonder how Jay arrived here, how he arrived here to focus on, and I've seen part of your communication as far as, helping women and helping women
Great
specifically in
question.
sales.
No, great question. I think growing up, my friends have been females. I'm always attached to that side of feelings, nurturing, and not just being into the soccer. And when I came into this coaching scene, I tried the bro way, brute force, 25 million DMs a day. And then, I thought there's a women helping a women scene here. So I thought obviously I'm a guy. I mean, yeah, but I messaged like 50 different group owners, please, can I come in? Like, can I see what's going on? Then one person said yes. And yeah,
Here you
I've been
are.
serving at the scene ever since, like for the past 5 years, helping American women. So
I
yeah,
love that. And I love that you
that's
listened. You listened to what resonated with you. That's so cool.
100%. And, let them know, Suzanne, how can they get in contact with you? How can they contact you? Speak to me,
Yes.
sister.
Let them come. You can, on Instagram, I am at empowerment.coach.suzanne. And I also have an Instagram handle for my podcast, which is Men, Menopause, and Miracles on Spotify, YouTube, all the things. And my Instagram handle for that is Your Midlife Wing Woman. And both of those places you could come and find more out about me.
Amazing. That is the scenario. London to LA empowerment coach Suzanne in the building. She is shining and smiling like Jackie Onassis, and we are out.